Odd. Okay. Gonna finish this up. That works. It's all situated. Again. Yeah, that works. Okay. What's this? Oh my goodness. We are missing a needle.
Bloody bastards. Oh my God. Oh my God. I turn and I see my guinea pig with this little orange thing on her head.
She's a star. I'm a star.
This is like the time Peaches was watching herself on live and she just froze. She was just like,
I think Ellie likes it. Do you like it?
Ellie likes attention.
Yeah,
Haven't you
that's
noticed?
so true. She just likes attention.
I mean, like, we could probably carry her around and just have people take pictures of her all day, and she's just like, you know, she's probably the only guinea pig on Earth. Like, probably next to Summer, that would be like that.
Like,
Yeah, one of my main tools for trading's down right now. So, Cheddar Flow.
Are you in any trades right
No.
now? Okay.
No. I have a rule now. Like, I don't trade until the first half hour to an hour.
Okay.
Because like that's where a lot of your
Well, what time is it now?
9:30.
Oh.
Well, it's like 9:45. But like that's where like a lot of the stuff sits. And to tell you the truth, everything that's going up is sitting in big red blocks. So
Big red blocks.
hi, baby. Hey, pretty girl. You do a little pretty girl. Oh shit.
She's like, yeah, Dad, you knocked off my hat. Mommy made me a hat.
Oh my God! Like, look how subtle my hand was going in. Oh shit! You can't now. Why are you looking at me like that?
I think she's trying to process what's going on.
Ellie, there's really nothing for you to process.
Except snacks. Maybe she wants a snack. Maybe Daddy will get her a snack.
Oh, Daddy gotta go get her a snack.
A little carrot or something.
Here you go, baby. Here you go, pretty girl. Little snack?
Not feeling the carrot? What happens if I take this off? Are you done feeling the carrot?
Alright, it's back. But I have
Do you want to see Ellie's new hat?
doing? Oh, Jesus. Oh, oh my. Looks like you put a little dunce cap on it.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh my
It's so
God.
cute.
She's mad.
Oh.
She's pissed.
Here, have a carrot. She was mad. Oh, she might have to pee pee. You have to go pee pee?
All right, here. Come here, Mama. Come on, baby. Daddy loves you. I know.
Oh, cheeks?
Huh?
Cheeks?
Oh, all right. Come here, Bacon. Come here, relax.
Papa.
Your mother is summoning you.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
You okay?
Like his bad clothes scratching the shit out of where I scratched myself.
Oh. What a big boy.
Boy. Cheekies has entered the chat.
He likes the carrot, though. He's like, yeah, give me that carrot. Big old cheeks. All right. She just huffed. I put the hat on him and he huffed.
Poor boy.
So I'm not too sure about Mom making me wear hats.
He looks like he's in trouble.
He does.
Oh yeah, what's dated today?
check it out. The new mead that I made is officially ready to go. I'm gonna strain it. This is the mead I made with that pineapple, orange, banana, Dole 100% juice, and those Queen Anne chocolate covered cherries, vanilla, and just regular. So what we're gonna do, YouTube, is we're not going in here to make it. No, we're not doing that. We're going in here. There she is. Look at that. All the cherries are turning white. That's a good sign. The colors blend into the wine. Beautiful. Got an empty jar and a filter. So you know what happens next. After 12 days, fuck off with it. After 12 days of fruits in our mead is ready to be strained. I'm not entirely sure how this one's going to turn out, but I do enjoy making my own homemade mead. Have a smell of it. Oh yeah, it definitely smells like some boozy good times. And you can see the cherries on the inside from the Queen Anne's have lost their color. And to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to grab a fork and just scoop these cherries out real quick. Oh, look at that. I'm examining it with a fork. Those aren't cherries, my friends. Those are the chocolates. The chocolate has not completely dissolved into the mead. I thought those were the cherries, but check. Okay, hold up, I'll show you. This right here, look at that. It's the shells from the Queen Anne's. I also thought chocolate would dissolve in that, but I digress. And if I try to pick it up, it just falls apart. See right here, we got the cherries that they bled their color. And these right here, like I said, are the chocolate shells. Look at that. Never mind, you can't see the cherries, but it's also got these Queen Anne chocolate shells. And then you got the strainer, so it's... I'm not going to try to fish that out now because that's just it's like a pain in the arse. We can break some of that chocolate up just by kind of doing this. To change colors, look at that. Pretty. So just pour that into this in a strainer. I think we can. At the point it's in there, you can see the chocolates on the filter, so we'll just
Are you mad?
remove that.
You want to go back?
And then,
I can grab him, honey.
yeah.
Come here, baby boy. It's okay.
He's like, I gotta take a piss.
Take a little bit out from there. Don't all of it. Should be enough. Take the rest of that off into the sink. And then pour a whole lot of chocolate chunk in there, just enough to give it some flavor. put a little bit of the excess in this just for flavor. Normally I don't do that, but hopefully that'll make it tasty. Pour that liquid through the strainer. And I'm gonna add some Dawn dish soap to our empty jars, hot water. You know, I like to let the jars soak for a couple days before I put them in a dishwasher. Look at that beautiful mead. That's looking delicious. I'm gonna add a yellow edition Red Bull, a tropical Red Bull to it. A little bit of carbonation to it. That smells intense. And like maybe half a can of sun-kissed mango. Top her off, missus. Cracking the lid right now, so I have to tape. This should prove out to like 20% ABV. Beautiful. Put that jar in the fermenting closet. I'm gonna let that age for a couple more days. Tubes.
I took a small stab at Holy Watch this thing called it's like 89 cent here. Holy about 85. So you start scaling this, but
tricks really. This is just, in my opinion, just a diversion. Oh, also the fact that he, I said that he had deleted his channel. He hasn't. I found another link. It's actually privatized. So he's privatized his video, his channel, which is usually Shani would just get him to delete it. So that's why I don't think Shani's with him, because he would have just deleted it, and her channel's still up as well. The fact that he's privated it is a very Rev thing to do, because he doesn't want to lose. He's going to have to rebuild again. He's deleted so many channels in the past. So whatever explanation there is for all of this has to include the fact he's not in hospital.
God.
He has access to his phone.
Okay.
And he didn't. And he's just privatized his video, which tells his channel, which tells me that it's whatever he's doing is temporary, and he is planning on coming back at some point.
Okay. See, I disagree with you. I think he is somewhere like
Suffered a
whether
loss,
shelter
made it
or
back.
hospital,
Oh,
whatever.
fabulous.
I just feel like he cannot stay away from his phone.
Well,
But
he could be in a shelter. I agree with you there. He could be in a shelter.
but
You know,
So before I-
the more I think about it, even the shelters have like lights out periods where they don't want you to be like up to nonsense and disturbing other people's sleep. So then that midnight would be well beyond that.
You'll hear in the voicemail in a minute there does appear to be a slight echo, which makes me think that if he is in a shelter, he could have snuck into the toilet.
That would make sense. Yeah.
But yeah, you'll hear, and he seems to be speaking softly as well. But you'll hear that in a minute.
show the text messages. I just want to say that I was like texting him pretty much on a daily basis. I would just send a text message to see if it would go through, and I would say, Rev, do you need money? Because if Rev is going to respond to anything, it's going to be someone offering him money or cigarettes or something like that. So obviously wanted to get his attention.
Looks good. I don't like these 2 stitches though. All right, what else we gotta do? Tassels.
Anything in March or April.
What else? And we have to do
I think we can get to 270 area.
the bird.
270, 275.
Oh. Hey, sexy. Pretty friggin' close. There's the lane right there. And then we got the freaking hats. We're almost done. Damn, it didn't work. Try that again. Try that again. All right. Cannot wait for the summer. There we go.
I'm sitting on my ass and looking at this photograph and just thinking about it, and all clearly, particularly into right now is range found.
Man, losing all types of stuff here.
Jen,
telling him to get his act together. So he's treating that in his brain like what this is like. I can tell people I'm in mental health facility because it's basically the same deal. Like I don't have access to a computer or a phone. I'm told what to do. I don't know. Maybe I'm over analyzing it. What do you think, Simon?
Yeah, I do think you're probably overanalyzing it a little
Yeah.
bit, but I mean, it does make sense. Like, that, you know, he would be told not to use his phone, or the phone would be turned off by some other person, maybe taken from him. Like, that's the only way I see it really working, is if someone has physically taken his phone from him. Because he would have already crumbled if he had access to it.
Yeah. It just explains a lot for me. Because, well, the only way my theory works, obviously, is if I discount the hospital being any essence of truth to it, right? I've abandoned that. If it turns out that, yeah, he's telling the truth and they let him on the phone at 3 in the morning, well, okay, I'll take that. But logically speaking, just using, using, I was going to say deductive reasoning, it's not really deductive, but using, like, inferring different facts and saying what's the probability or likelihood of it being correct. We know he's not on the street. Okay, so you can rule things out. We know he's not on the street, he wouldn't be alive. And well, you have to come up with a scenario where his phone's off. Why is it off? And he's not using it. He hasn't got the willpower to just not use it, right?
No.
So the hospital works as a scenario for him, but we know Jason also likes to lie about things like this, like the Colorado, Japan. I'm out of state. I've left Shani, and he's out the front yard, sleeping in the car or whatever. Like, so we know that he makes things up to try and hide where he is. We know he's done that many times in the past. They both have done that many times in the past. So you have to, wherever he is, you have to include the fact that he had his phone off and it wasn't by choice. So if you go by that, okay, hospital or mental facility works. But now he's got access to the phone. So is he still in the facility? Maybe he was there and he's not there now. That's also possible.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and the other thing about the facility that sort of is questionable to me would be, like, why would he be in it for such a weird amount of time? Normally those facilities will hold you, like, until they think you're stable, or, like, for a certain number of hours or days. So they want to get him out as fast as possible. The goal is to make sure he isn't a danger to himself or other people. So I don't know. I just don't see them holding on to him as long as he has been without talking to people or with his phone off.
Does managing mods let you do polls?
No, I can't do anything. I can't do it. I can't even pin things. That's how sad managing mod is. Can't do shit.
So I'm going to do a poll. So where is Rev? So put in your mind, okay, he's hadn't had access to his phone for a few weeks. Okay, let's just take for granted that that wasn't by choice. Okay, so think about that when you're thinking about all these different options. Let's try that. So where is Rev? So I've got hotel, uncle's, where he says he is, or shelter. So we'll let that run for a little bit. So I'm ruling, Kirby personally, I'm ruling out hospital scenario. He may have been there at some point, he's not there now. I'm ruling out the hospital. I think I'm ruling that out completely. And I think the other three options are live, in my opinion. I think hotel, for me, hotel's always been the most likely, in my opinion. It's happened before. You can get really cheap hotels in that area, and I can see the uncle, putting up. He's been helping him for how long now? Like, why would he stop now? He's a good Christian man. He's not going to put him out freezing on the street. I think all those medical excuses don't make any sense, especially since, as you were saying, like especially at the out of state, that's a load of rubbish. And Rev does hit peak when he lies. So I just don't think any of those things are likely. I think that if hotel for me, or at uncle's is more likely, given his history and his past behaviour and the fact the uncle is a good Christian man, and there's no way, even though people go, no, the uncle's definitely done with him. I don't know about that. The uncle's been done with him for years now.
Yeah.
Why start now?
I also, on top of just being a good Christian man, whatever, I do think he's kind of in a difficult position because he had one sibling who was Rev's parent, Rev's mom, and she had one child. So, and both of his parents are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he doesn't have anybody else to really help him out. Like, his uncle is his last lifeline. So, I mean, do you just abandon your one nephew who doesn't have anyone else, whose parents are dead? I mean, it's difficult to make that kind of decision.
Yeah, it's why I'm leaning towards that as the most likely outcome. There's a number of different reasons why I think that, but he would be absolutely idiotic if he streamed and he went on camp, because we would know anyway, either way where he was. And he seems clear to me, especially how he's been talking and desperate for this different information to come out there. Like Wookie, I think Wookie's been helping him with the different narratives, because Wookie's told about 5-6 different stories now. Rev seems to be disagreeing with her last story that he was in a shelter. Was it again? Salvation Army shelter. There is one of those in the area actually. I thought she'd said St. Vincent initially, and there's no St. Vincent there. And I've always said since the house was condemned, I've been saying Wookie is making stuff up to try and protect Rev, and I seem to have been correct by that assumption. And if you think about it, if you're Rev and you really don't want Shani anywhere near you, and you don't want trolls to find you because the uncle will then truly kick you out, you would make something up, wouldn't you? You'd say, I'm not in the state, not even in the state, he's saying now. Like, I'm not even there. He said that before, when he kicked back.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same
And
story.
he wasn't supposed to be back in the house. Then I'm not in the house. I'm not even in the state. I'm driving out of the state. And
So I think this is a story he's comfortable to tell, and the more true things about a story, the easier it is to tell. And I think that's why I think the uncle scenario is not a bad option too. I'm probably 50-50 hotel uncles, because I can see the uncle taking the phone off him, because I've got to use my own rules here. If the phone was forcibly off for 3 weeks and he was just in a hotel, why would he just turn the phone back on? Like, or the uncle said, you can have the hotel, but I'm taking the phone. And he's like, well, how do I get a job if I don't have a phone? So those scenarios seem more plausible to me than anything else. But who knows? Let me just check the poll. We've got uncles 48%, shelter 24%, hotel 17%, and he is where he says he is 11%. So the majority of people think he's at the uncles. It seems
Which
fair.
does, yeah, and I mean that would also have it so that the uncle isn't paying out any more money to Rev, or like to house him anywhere.
Yeah,
It seems like the safest option.
and like you got to think the uncle's now lost his house, or his second house that he's trying to sell. He's condemned 2 houses. He knows that he condemned his mother's house. He's condemned both houses he was given. And I can see the uncle like, I'm not paying for you to stay in a hotel. Like, I'm not going to say you can drink and go online and do whatever. You're staying with me, and he's treating that like a high security facility. As I said, it makes the story easier to tell. Like, he's having to sneak around now. He's finally got his phone back. He can send text messages, and the uncle thinks he needs the phone.
Ellie jumped in the hot pocket, and Peaches is
And if he's
bitching.
caught with the phone, he's in big trouble. So you're basically treating like we always used to fantasize, remember, about Nurse Ratched and being in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Used to always do like little. He always plays these different personas. Remember that persona he used to play, like he was talking to Nurse Ratched?
Yeah. He like fantasized about being so mentally ill and stuff that he would be in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
So I can see him playing that fantasy out at the uncle's, like waiting, because that would explain why he's sending stuff at 12 at night and 3 in the morning while the uncle's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to grow on me, the possibility of the uncles. People that pick that.
That's one of the things that I thought would be a strong possibility. Just because if you're the uncle and one of your biggest expenses is Rev, and you want to make sure he's not with Channing, what better way to do it than put him in your house and then you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Like you're on top of him 24/7.
He would hate it too, or he would absolutely hate being under the thumb of the uncle.
I mean, you can't really blame the uncle for wanting that though. That's really the only way the Rev is going to change his ways. Is if it wasn't for the uncle, I would imagine that he would already be online again. That him and Shani would probably be like in the parking lot of the McDonald's using their free Wi-Fi to try to stream like Vaughn and John did. Like.
Silent, is that Hogan's Heroes in the background?
No, it is Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh,
Excuse you.
cool. That's pretty cool.
I had to put something on for my cat.
Let's go back and listen to the recording for new people who popped in and they maybe not heard it.
Take time, but something good might come from no.
Here we go.
Let me get my phone and play it.
Let's play the recording again. What do you think, folks?
It's a different situation, you can be pretty private in this place if you keep to yourself. Okay? It's a unique situation. But the reason I can have my phone and be like this in here is because they know that I'm not a violent threat. Because I've been around tons of people, in these behavioral health hospitals now, and I never got violent. So they're like evaluating me. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. God bless you. You're a beautiful girl, you know?
There it is, folks. Again, that's Jason in the not in the flesh, but that's Jason's voice. It sounds to me like again, listeners, again, he's like I can see him sitting on the toilet seat, you know, with the door shut and like a towel or something over his head to get muffle it to try and get as quiet as he can. He's talking right into the speaker, and that's why his voice is so deep. He's like, you can be private in here, guys, you can be private in this place. It's great, safe, and because usually he's like, we kind of wear cat ears, guys. I'm Ravelina. Like that's how he talks into his deep voice. So I think he's really trying to be quiet. That screams he's not allowed to be doing this. So it doesn't look like a supervised phone call to me, folks, at a hospital, I've got to say. SBS is probably being charged with violence, but they have let him have a phone as he's not violent. That's what I guess. Doesn't make any sense. If he's got charges on him and there's you're not violent. It's like a parody skinny mealy mouth twink and a gargantuan raging over bearing and beast. So that's what I think. We'll see what Fupa thinks now.
So I want to pause and see people's reaction. What do you think about this? And I will say, if you listen to that audio clip, there's like a slight echo in the room, which makes me believe that.
Oh, I've got another explanation, Silent. Maybe he's talking up Shani's hoo-ha. That's why there's an echo.
Yeah, that makes sense too. It is quite cavernous.
Yeah, am I wrong for that?
I mean, I don't think so. I've said worse. So,
He's not like at his uncle's house on the couch.
Howdy, Kristen. He's been known to. If anybody would like to support the channel, pinned up the top is the link to my Streamlabs tipping thingy. All the revenue, all the money goes to charity. And I've got a little tipping bucket, which I'm keen to see what happens if someone give me $1. I'm interested to see if something goes into the bucket. Stream from the toilet. I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting on the toilet while he sent you that.
Oh my god.
He has been known to do that. When Rev lies, he's not a very good liar, and he lies big. He makes big, grandiose statements that sort of it's just silly. There's probably other scenarios he could have thought up or whatever to think of a better argument for while he's not around and stuff. But to claim that you're in a mental facility and you're the only one that's allowed a phone is just ludicrous. He's not in a mental facility. I'm certain of that. See, I was a bit too 100% about that last night. I'm probably coming back around to being in that position again. But Fupa still feels like he could be telling the truth. Like this is possible, and I just don't. I don't know if any of us would really know, but it just seemed odd to me. I think the time of the call is the real weirdness about it. That's what really makes me think this isn't true.
yeah. But I mean, for the way that his voice sounds and if there's an echo or not, she's spoken with him on the phone probably more than either of us have. She would know a little bit about what a normal room sounds like versus a room that's very echoey or a sort of medical facility sort of room.
See, Janice says my best guess is he was in a psych hole, didn't have his phone, and has been moved to some sort of halfway house where he has more phone privileges, possibly pure speculation. But I mean, why would you lie about that? Though? Why would you say he's continuing to be in hospital if he's in his halfway house? There's no harm in saying.
I mean, it could be easier for people to find the halfway house. Maybe I don't know.
They're not. I wouldn't think they'd be registered. You couldn't find them because they'd be for security.
Yeah. No, you can. They're not always
That's silly.
or anything
That's
that.
silly. If you're a battered wife, whatever, and she goes into a women's shelter.
There's different shelters for. There's different shelters for that. So the battered women's shelters are usually hidden. They don't tell you what those are.
Yeah.
But if it's a halfway house where you're, a lot of times those are for people that were on drugs and they're trying to rehabilitate into get back into normal society. Like, that isn't going to be hidden.
Do you mean, because let's think about this for a second then. How is he paying for it? Or is it charity?
That's the other big thing for me too, and that's why I wondered about the psych facility, because if you can't pay for it, and most people can't, even people that are properly insured can't, like, he still would be getting out of there as fast as possible. They're not going to hold him for weeks at a time. They're going to make sure that he's not going to harm himself, he's not going to harm anyone else, and then they're going to get him out of there quick.
Andrea says could be in motel rooms, but yeah, I think it's one possibility.
True. And I mean, motel rooms can be quite echoey. Same thing for motel bathrooms. So.
Rob Verdi says Corky was in a halfway house streamed all the time. Yeah, but the difference is Corky wasn't being hunted by a gargantuan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's not so much got to worry about like the viewers or the people that are trying to like poo touch or stuff like that. It is Shanny. Like, he's got to watch himself because she's on the warpath. She will try to get back in there by any means necessary, because I'm sure she's not doing well if she's not with him.
I will say this, we'll probably get to it, but we were saying this last night, like Shani, on the other hand, I think she's loving it. I think she's absolutely, well, other than Rev not paying for his crime against her, she's loving it. She's got everything she wants now. If the story's true, she's in a nursing home. That's what someone said in the chat the other day. If that's true, why would she complain? She's got everything she ever wanted. She's got someone wiping her ass. She's got someone feeding her 3 meals a day. Probably doesn't like the food, but she's getting food. She's getting any drugs that she wants. She's probably got physical therapy. People probably, massages or whatever they do. I don't know what they're doing. I'm talking shit now. I don't know what they do in nursing homes, but oh yay! $3 tip. We got a $3 tip. Did it go in the tip jar? Oh yeah! Look! It went in the tip jar. Ah! I'm gonna make them little two emojis. It went in the tip jar. Thank you. Kristen Frost Laserbeam. Thank you for the $3 tip. It's going to charity, and more of it goes to charity too, because I don't think they take much of a cut on stream. I think you get most of it. Yeah, I think you get most of it. No, that'll all go to charity and that, and I'll provide receipts. I think I can cash it out whenever I want, so I have to think of a threshold, so because I don't want to be like giving $3 here and there to charity. Maybe the threshold is like $100 or something. We can make it.
Yeah, I mean, or $50 too. Only $50 for charity is a pretty decent amount, I would say.
There was some money still in there too from last time. I think Todd and Marco maybe give you $25 in there. So I think I've checked it. There's probably a decent amount of money in there already. So thanks for that. It's probably up to $30 now maybe in there. I'll maybe we cash out $50 and give it to a charity. Do a live stream maybe. We can do it.
Yeah.
We can give it to charity live. We can do that live.
True. And if anybody has any charity suggestions or charities that they know of that are in need, let us know. Because we're always open to suggestions on like where it should go or what charity. If it's a U.S. charity, we just ask that it's one of those 501c3s, that it's like properly recognized by the federal government as a charity.
And I'll make this commitment. I'll double it, right? So whatever you give in donation, I'll give the exact as well. That's all. If you give 3, I'll give 3.
That's a good. I mean, you got him to open his wallet, folks. That's a big one.
There are flies and moths in there, but yeah, cobwebs in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks so much for that. I love that the tip jar works. That's awesome. I'm gonna make little poo emojis now. Call it the poo bucket. So you're gonna help me with that, Silent. You need to design a poo bucket for me, and I can replace that with what you designed.
Oh my lord.
You need to work.
I'm always doing stuff.
Yeah. You need to work.
Always doing stuff for free.
And then we'll do, like, if you give $5, Silent's got to sing a song. If you give $10, Silent's got to eat something nasty.
Yeah, we should do that, the Nasty Bean Challenge again.
Yeah, we'll do that too. We'll do the
Nasty jelly
jelly
beans.
Yeah. But I love the kidney one though, and I didn't get any. I wanted the kidney.
I got nothing but kidney in my container. It was disgusting.
Fuck it. Braddock looks at it and says, fuck it. Now.
Oh my god, I'm like
Okay.
exhausted.
Before I forget, I was just also gonna say, like, the nursing home thing, the only thing about that wouldn't add up to me is how is she paying for it? Because her insurance isn't gonna pay that, and she's not legally disabled. So
Well,
how is that
she
gonna
is
get
legally disabled. She is. Why do people keep saying this? She has to be legally disabled because Greg was her carer.
Well, that's fair. But that's usually such a long process. How would she have gotten, like,
Well,
fast
she had
track
to have been approved.
disability?
Well, she had to have been approved because how was Rev getting money? So, and I believe he was getting paid because remember weren't begging for like the longest time, and I believe that they did.
Yeah.
They did come around. Oh, hang on, but he lost the disability thing. He said he got 5, but could it be they come around and said, Channy, you've been reassessed, you're not disabled, and they took it off her?
Well, they might have started the process to get her disabled, and then like had Rev be her carer, and then when they did all of like the paperwork and did all the checks and stuff, then they discovered, well, she's not, she doesn't meet the threshold for disability, and then discontinued whatever benefit she was getting.
Yeah, it's for a record. Yeah, okay. So you're right then, Silent. You are right then. So how would she be in a nursing home if she lost all that?
Like they do, some places have public nursing homes where it is paid for by whatever county or whatever city the person lives in, but I don't see her even getting to a point where they would cover much more than a few days of that or a few weeks.
We don't know. I think that's a much bigger mystery. And Shani, that we know she doesn't have a phone anymore because it's disconnected. Rev's not paying for it, so it's disconnected. She has no family. She has no friends
No.
at all. So that's
I mean, the nearest person to her would be G-Man, like the nearest physical person in like relation to where she is in the country is G-Man that she could maybe try to get some help out of, but I don't think he would help her.
no way. He's very misogynist as well. He would help Rev over her any time. He doesn't like Shani at all. Imagine that twist. I mean, I would pay money for that. G-Man, if you're listening. G-Man pays your bills, or if G-Man is listening, please, I'll pay you to do a live stream with Shani. If Shani's living with you, I will pay you to make that reveal. And it's be like, Shani going, hey, look,
How was your poop?
G-Man,
I had to take a shower afterwards.
I know, I can smell it.
I've been doing weird
Thank
things
you.
with him, and then G-Man going, yeah, I got laid for the first time ever. I'm not a virgin.
Plus, we also have the toilet paper.
Yeah, we don't have any toilet paper.
Honestly, I would also like consider payment if he just, goes under every bridge in Scranton trying to find a bridge troll. And, like, if he finds her, interviews her under her bridge, like, that would be good too.
I wish I had instant access to that photo where she was at the bottom of the stairs and she turned to look up at Rev, and there's this face that she makes where she's like, she has her bottom jaw out, and she's like, growling at him, and she's got that horrible, like, evil look on her face. I love that picture if anyone's seen it. Where she's sitting at the bottom of the staircase and she's fucking furious.
And just because her phone service is turned off doesn't mean that she wouldn't have access to talk to people. Because if she goes on a free Wi-Fi, her phone will still connect to Wi-Fi. She could get like a Wi-Fi number or like a Google number. She could still be trying to contact people. She could have Discord. I don't know if she does or not, but like if she's on a free Wi-Fi service, she would have the ability to talk to people.
But she's forgot all her passwords, she can't get in.
I mean, that's possible. It is also possible that she maybe punched it in rage and then it's broken now.
So just to read some of the chat, Janice says if she gets Medicaid, she is eligible for caregiver without disability payments.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Peter says no, she wasn't approved. It was a private company that was working with them. Ruby Deagle, she was not declared disabled through Social Security Administration, which is the official government stuff. She got it through APS, that's a different process. She has Medicaid through low income. it's a lot to type, but there's a thing for obese people that will help, but she's not legally disabled.
I know that obesity is one of the conditions that you can have to get disability, but even that is, I think, a great profession in diabetes.
That's typically why they gave her Ozempic.
Oh, that's true, because most people can't get that.
She's lost a lot of
They
weight.
don't have diabetes.
She's lost a lot of weight, no matter what people want to say. That last one, she was, if people have seen that, the blinding experience when she was doing the corn bomb, you can tell, like, yeah, she's got a lot of rolls and stuff, but you can tell that's what happens to people's bodies when they lose a lot of fat, like lose a lot of weight. So that's the body type that I saw.
Yeah.
But she wasn't a solid. Remember when she first moved into the house, she's solid.
Yeah, she was solid and like just a giant lump. You can see from the other streams that they did when they first got in there, she had to wear like a bed sheet as a dress at first. And like she was just wearing that bed sheet for ages. And like that sheet got so nasty that it started to get a little see-through. I remember that. That was disgusting. I do still have a picture of that. I know I do. 'Cause I remember just being like, what the fuck did she wear? Very. That was a good shoot.
Melissa says Melissa Nunya, I love that. Her care aid could be temporary. She was too thick to wipe her bum, so that would qualify for help. But being big isn't a disability, as it is temporary.
Hey, Amber, you can't wipe your bum. You don't have to. Get a girlfriend to wipe it for you. The state will take care of you. Well, maybe not her state.
St. Vincent de Paul Thrift is the only place that has helped me with clothes and food when my home burnt down. We had nothing. That was just a few years ago. Another place. So this is what it pisses me off about Shanty Road. They always seem to land on their feet.
Yeah, I was telling you about the St. Vincent de Paul Society, or whatever. Like, that's a Catholic-run charity that, like, because I mean, I've dealt with people that have even had to get, like, rental assistance and stuff through them. Like, it is Catholic-backed charity, so it would make sense that there would be, like, a shelter or something somewhere that has that. Like, maybe they're just giving, like, a random name that is a common shelter name.
Just saying there's no house anymore for her to move in. Think she will get placed by the government. Well, it may speed the process up. That's certain. But I mean, how lucky though? Like, someone's gonna lose their home through fire or whatever, and then these idiots are fine. You know, no problem. It's like, I'm homeless. I go to the doctor. It's fine. All the need relationship advice. Call the cops.
Yeah, that's what the cops are for. Relationship advice.
It's just ridiculous to me. I just, if this was in Australia, you'd go, okay, fair enough. Because all these services are available, but I wouldn't have thought you'd have all access to all this help over there. Like, we're seen as like a socialist type country with massive amounts of social welfare. For example, like, a lot of people don't know this, that you can not have worked a day in your life and still get social security at the same amount that you would have got even if you had worked. Does that sentence make sense? What I mean to say is that you don't pay into it. We don't pay into Social Security here other than tax. We don't pay a separate amount that goes to our personal Social Security. We have like a 401k, but we can't access that unless we're over the retirement, or under special circumstances you can access that money. But that's a forced government payment from your employer. I don't have to put into that. That's something the employer puts in. But yeah, you can have not a work a day in your life, and then at 40 you can qualify for any benefits you want, or qualify at 18 for any benefits you want. It doesn't matter.
Like, we have, like, when you get to Social Security age, which is like 65, something like that, if you've never worked a day in your life, you will still get like a minimum amount of Social Security. Like, other than that, it's based on your income.
Oh, no,
so the more you make, the more you get, but there's like maximum.
Oh yeah, we have that here too. But I've known people that have not worked a day in their life, and they're like 50 years and they're not work. They try and make you work, but they might have done some volunteer stretches here and there, because you can volunteer, and for I think it's 15 hours a week you can volunteer for, and still get your Social Security and your welfare and your free travel passes and stuff like that. Like, it's pretty decent, and it always goes up depending on which government's in power. It always goes up nearly every year. Like, I always get annoyed. I'm like, I don't get a pay rise, and like people that are on welfare are getting pay rises this year. It's like, it sucks. Why are you getting 10% and I'm getting nothing?
I
After
just
that.
put in the chat one of those pictures of her early on, so you can do a little bit of size comparison if you want.
But I need one of. Have you got the? Can you? I don't know if you can take a screenshot of the porn bomb and just black out the bits, and then I can compare. Then I'll do a comparison.
Fact. I said,
can't
thank
do
you,
that,
Red.
I definitely didn't download it.
I gave it to you. So you silly person. You can just blame me. So you gave it to me. See.
I tried to call you after you disappeared. I tried calling Blank and they didn't have you. And I called several other hospitals, but I couldn't find you. By any chance, have you been in contact with
Just for you so you know, she's reading from another screen. I'll tell her here in a minute that she's not sharing the right screen.
Wookie? He said, yeah, like Wookie is the only person really I've been talking to because Ezzy is gone completely, totally fucking gone.
Are you supposed to be showing a screenshot? Just letting you know you haven't updated whatever's on the
Oh.
screen. There you
There
go.
we go.
I wish I had the Ezzy girl.
And then I
How can I find a woman not fat?
said, well, the reason I asked is she had mentioned some updates in the community. I believe someone said that Wookie said that you were at blank and then blank shelter, but it turned out neither were true. And then he confirmed that he was at a certain place for a short time. And then I said, I wonder why they said you weren't there. He said they transferred me to a place I can't talk about. I can't say anything else about this. I said, okay, why did you delete your channel though? And he said, Shani really wants me to go away for aggravated assault. And I said, fuck her, dude. She gets away with everything. And then he said it was my decision to hide my channel for now. I don't want flag wars to kill it. I hid my channel. And I said, oh, okay, that's smart.
That flag war thing is very interesting. Like, flag war? He wasn't being flagged that I know of. Why would they start now? Like, it's just a dumb reason. Like, that's just a lie. To me, that's a lie. A straight lie. Straight up lie.
There you go. I
What
censored it.
do you think, Tom? That's a straight up lie. Saying that he promised the channel because he didn't want flag wars. But does that make any sense?
Yeah, he wasn't getting flagged. Well, as far as we know, he wasn't getting flagged. He might have been getting some flags.
Or for the cat outfit. For the cat show that he was doing.
Yeah, the cat stuff, and he was like, wasn't he saying sexual things too?
Oh, yes, you're right. Maybe, okay, maybe he's telling the truth. I don't know. I'm just so used to being like, can I really show that?
I mean, I censored it.
Not really.
Yes, I did. Can't see anything.
No, I want a black bar around the top of the legs and a black bar around the cubicles.
Rules, but I may go hard.
No, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
But I may go hard.
It's not an idea.
Oh my god, fine. He's so
What are your thoughts?
chat.
Well, he hadn't been getting flagged, as far as I know. So I don't know why now he would suddenly start getting flagged. I just said that, Lost Cow. And he's protecting his channel by privating it. Yeah, for what reason? If he's not planning on coming back for a long time, makes me think that he's that noise you can hear in the background, bloody cat trying to get in the room, planning a return much sooner.
I don't know. I mean, it does make sense. Like, if you're not going to be on social media and you're not going to be able to monitor whether you're getting flagged for this and that, it would make sense to private everything. So maybe he doesn't plan on being on YouTube for a while. But, you know, he declined receiving money. So that makes me feel like he's got to be at a facility where he doesn't need money for food. They're not letting him smoke.
He's at a facility, right? He's at the office. He's treating it like a facility, in my opinion. He's never liked asking for anything. He's never liked, so I took from that when you said, so everyone said that, like, he doesn't. Go back and watch the old streams. He hates doing it. He begrudgingly does it, and it's only for his addictions. It's not for food or anything. You know, offered him money. It's only for food for Shannon to stop him getting beatings. It's not like he hates it. People have been around for a while. Back me up here. Rev hated begging for money. He never liked that. Shani would always force him to go on. Janice says that Sam was very trying to get in and stay with you. He can stay with him. You know, Rev, you know, you can stay here, guys. It's fine, you know. It's fine. You know, we can, you know, and start, you know, start a channel and, we could do cooking videos. We could make peanut butter and granola bars, you know. We could do that, you know. And the mint jelly, the mint rice jelly, you know, it's stone of stuff right there. And beg for money. He hated just doing it. Like, he didn't like asking ever. Radical Acceptance birthday, everybody in the chat. Sing happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Radical Acceptance. Happy birthday to you.
People giving money fine, but he didn't like asking for it. It was always a chore. So I think it's possible that he's rejecting. Alright, it's a new thing we're going to do on this channel. It's totally original. No one ever used to do it before to say something.
Definitely not.
No, I'm the first one to come up with that idea. Money, that because he just doesn't see of just sort of getting money, like for charity or whatever. Because he used to do that himself when he had money. It's just something about it, like he just hated doing it. So it's a weird thing, but so people don't get their eyes bleeding.
And I just so you know, I make it pretty.
That's okay. I shouldn't get in trouble for that.
I make it pretty. And you said don't make it pretty.
I nearly clicked on the wrong thing. Openly. God, I nearly clicked on the wrong image. That's hilarious. Lucky I've got my screen hidden.
So these pictures are from when
Hang on, they're not saying it.
they.
They're not saying it.
Oh my God.
I've got the hidden screen hidden just in case. Alright, so let me go back. Be careful because people don't like you. Alright, go.
I don't know why they wouldn't like it.
They're seeing it now.
Okay, so these are from like the first, either the first time that they were at the uncle's or when they had just moved back into the uncle's. I think it was the first time they were at the uncle's.
Yeah.
Because the curtains behind them are still white. The lace curtains have not gone yellow yet.
We're gonna play. What's that body part? There. What's that?
I don't know what any of it is.
I don't know what any of it is.
That could be a roll, that could be a movie. I don't know.
You know, gotta get in his Sherpa to get up that land mass. Jeez.
And this was the bed sheet era, right? She has a cardigan on that was like huge on her, maybe in Colorado, and now she's got a bed sheet and that cardigan looks like she's a fat guy in a little coat.
This is when Jason seen this is what he said.
It's killing me.
The background sounds. So that's that one, and then you got this one. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, this one I just I had to like highlight some detail for people because like it was difficult to determine what was going on where, and then also the bed sheet started.
Yes, I want you to